Okay, so last two verses, Prabhupada is expanding on this point about how service is non-different from the Lord. If you remember reading from the verse 22, right, in the purport, Prabhupada writes amazing lines there. One can go on increasing his hankering for the loving transcendental service of the Lord, and yet he will not find satiation or end. Okay, so this word satiation, if you remember, this word satiation, we discussed about it few sessions ago. Do you remember what is the difference between satiation and satisfaction? We are reading from 1622 purport. One can go on increasing his hankerings for the loving transcendental service of the Lord, and yet he will not find satiation or end. Hare Krishna Gita Mataji. So if you remember, satiation, we discussed this word. This is not satisfaction. Please don't misunderstand the word satiation with satisfaction. Satisfaction is different from satiation. In fact, opposite. Satiation means, I told you the example, that if you are eating some sweet for a long time, you have so much of sweet. You take one gulab jamun, you will feel happy. To a second, you will feel happy. Third, maybe yes, okay. But if you are given one full bowl of 50 gulab jamuns and asked to take, how will you feel at the end of the 50th gulab jamuns? You will not. And if somebody is giving, suppose you have the energy or capacity to take the 50 gulab jamuns, then somebody is giving you the 51st gulab jamun, what will you do? You will almost feel like vomiting, isn't it? Even though that is so tasty, right? So that is called satiation. Material, Prabhupada writes a few lines before, right? There is a nice, beautiful line here. The more a person is engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, the more he acquires a hankering for it. That is the transcendental nature of godly service. Material service has satiation, whereas spiritual service of the Lord has neither satiation nor end. So this is the difference between material and spiritual things. When you take materially some things, then after some time it will feel like, what is this? Too much it is for me, right? But spiritual thing, the more you receive, the more you will feel like having it. That is why it has no satiation. It will not feel like you have had enough. Fed up. It is called as a fed up. The word when fed up is used. Fed up to neck. After that, somebody is giving something we cannot eat anymore. So that there is no satiation nor end. That's what Prabhupada says. By intense service of the Lord, one can experience the presence of the Lord transcendentally. Very important lines. By intense service of the Lord, one can experience the presence of the Lord transcendentally. Means by doing that service, we can experience the presence. You see? When you are doing that service, we can experience the presence of the Lord. That is very important to and appreciate the devotional service. So the idea is about intense service. When you do intense service, what does that mean? When you do intense service, what does that mean? It means very focused service. We are doing the service so much focused that we will not deviate. We will not look at other things. Say here something is there something is there, or I am feeling hungry, I am feeling thirsty. Oh, I have this problem which I need to sort out. Those kind of things will not come in between the service at all. When you are doing the service, you'll be fully absorbed in it. That is the beauty of the transcendental service of the Lord. So by I mean intense service of the Lord. By intense service of the Lord, one can experience the presence of the Lord transcendentally. And we can put anything in service of the Lord. Our intelligence can be put in the service of the Lord. Our thinking capacity can be put in the service of the Lord. Our physically moving this, that, etc., moving and move around and whatever expertise that we have, they can be put in service of the Lord. There is nothing that cannot be engaged in the service of the Lord. That Prabhupada says very clearly. So, therefore, seeing the Lord means being engaged in his service, because his service and his person are identical. This line is golden line. We have to really thank Prabhupada for giving us this kind of a paradigm shift to our devotional service. We don't realize this at all, how much valuable these lines are. She is saying, therefore, seeing the Lord means being engaged in his service, because his service and his person are identical. Someone may say, oh no, I am not able to see the Lord. I am not able to take darshan of the Lord. I am engaged in service for so long. Then it is wrong understanding. It is a wrong understanding. The real understanding is when you are engaged in the service of the Lord, in that service, in that mood of loving service, lovingly engaged in that service, they are actually seeing the Lord. That is why one who is arranging the serving in the chapel stand outside in the gate, near the gate, or one who is inside somewhere cooking for all the devotees and visitors and so on for a festival, and one who is engaged in directly worshipping the deity of the Lord, or one who is engaged in doing the kirtan for the Lord, or one who is engaged in glorifying the Lord through the pages of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, etc. All of them experience the same bliss. This you will not find in any other material service. That's why there is satiation and end. You understand the concept here? Please understand this beautiful, beautiful concept. That is why there are devotees who are busy engaging in the car parking service when Abhishek is going on inside the temple. They don't feel that, oh, I am so unfortunate that I am only engaged in the car parking service. They are beautifully, they are joyfully engaged in that service. So that is the whole idea here. You see, somewhere say some festival or something is going on, and we are sitting here and reading Bhagavatam. We don't feel that, oh, I'm not fortunate enough to go to that festival. I'm sitting here and reading Bhagavatam. No, never like that. We are as equally fortunate. We feel as equally fortunate to be enjoying their service. That is why this line, when we engrave it in our heart, seeing the Lord means being engaged in his service, because his service and his person are identical. How amazing line this line is. Please keep recapping it again and again in our mind, proving it, running it again and again in our minds, and contemplate on this. So in the service, we have to see the Lord. That's what Narada Muni did. Narada Muni was seeing the Lord in his service. What is that service? In the Kirtanam, in the Shravanam, in following the orders of their spiritual master, of his spiritual master. And that is why the sincere devotee should go on with sincere service of the Lord. The Lord will give proper direction as to how and where it has to be done. See how nice these words are once again. He will give the intelligence, how it has to be done. We have to just simply sincerely doing it. When Prabhupada is saying sincere, what does it mean? We discussed this one point last week. I hope I'm looking for someone who can recap that point. When Prabhupada is saying here that a sincere devotee of the Lord should go on with the sincere service of the Lord, what does that sincere actually mean? Anyone? Okay, and take a guess. We discussed 3 points last week, if you remember. One who is free from the attraction to Kanchan, Kamini, and Pratishtha Asha. Remember, there are 3 hurdles for devotees when they embark into devotional service. Right. The first hurdle is wealth, property, Kanchan. That is basically the Kanchan means gold, but it also includes money, wealth, property, or whatever possessions that one has. The more one has, the more one become deviated from devotional service. Because we have everything, we become lackluster. Anyway, if I have any problem, I can easily go to the doctor, get it fixed. If I have something else, I can go here and fix it. Okay, go there and fix. Money will do everything. Money is the ultimate problem solver in this world. Like that and all, we will be thinking. So many people get, but they fall down in that first stage itself. That is the Kanchan. Then one who surpasses that also, they give up their attraction for this wealth and all. But they will next level, they will get distracted by the attraction towards opposite sex, basically, woman or man or whatever. For man it is woman, for woman it's man. Right? So we get deviated from the whole principle. That is why Kamini. There are people who will probably surpass this also with sincere austerities and everything that they are doing. But finally, one hurdle will come that almost 99.99% of the people will follow. And that is called Pratishtha Asha. Pratishtha Asha means desire for name and fame. Desire to become famous. Everything that we do, there can be a tinge of or coating of, say, I want to do this as service to Prabhupada, service to Guru Maharaj, etc., etc. But as I told you, it's only an outer coating. It may look like that from outside. But inside, in that lollipop and all, there will be something inside, no? Like that. Outside will be different, inside will be different. So like that, the innermost, like the core, in the core of our bottom of our heart, what are we looking for? There will be this, the foremost part of that will be the Pratishtha Asha. That is something which is very difficult to give up. And that is why when somebody appreciates us, immediately we feel happy. Internally, externally, we may say that, no, Prabhu, I'm not at all qualified. No, Mataji, I'm not at all qualified, etc., etc. But internally, we do feel happy when somebody appreciates. Prabhu, you sang very nicely. Oh, you dressed deities very nicely. You gave a beautiful Bhagavatam class. You are sweeping the floor nicely. Your cooking is really very tasty. Immediately, we feel happy. Why? Because the glorification creates that Pratishtha Asha thing. In the heart of hearts, you should be actually realizing that, oh, I'm not at all qualified. Whatever I'm doing is we are just doing it as an instrument. But unfortunately, people are glorifying me. Ideally speaking, it's Guru and Krishna who are doing it. To think like that is what is called sincerity. Sincere service, devotional, sincere devotee means one who is not affected by these 3 stages of hurdles. Kanchan, Kamini, Pratishtha. So whenever we tell somebody, oh, Prabhu is a very sincere devotee, there are gradations, yes. Anybody who is sincere will say, okay, oh, Prabhu, you are very sincere. Oh, Mataji, you are very sincere. But actual ultimate level of sincerity is one who surpasses these 3 hurdles, Kanchan, Kamini, Pratishtha, and follows the mood of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how to do devotional, right? So that is why the sincere devotee should go on with sincere service of the Lord. What does it mean? Sometimes you may not get the desired results. Narada Muni was sitting and he was trying to get the darshan of the Lord once again, which he lost. One moment he came, He came, and the next moment he was not there. And he's trying again with the same process, he's not getting it. So what does that mean? Sincere service of the Lord. You go on with the sincere service of the Lord means what? Service is sincere, devotee is also sincere. Two parts to it basically. He is doing the service, that service is a sincere service. Okay. And then the devotee who is doing that service is also sincere. What does that mean? Sometimes he will not get the desired result of taking darshan of the Lord. The Lord will not give the darshan, but he should go on with the sincere service. Because he should not be affected by, oh, I am praying for so long, Krishna has not been merciful to me. All these kind of things. We should not think at all. We should not be having those thoughts in our mind. See? So a sincere devotee will not be looking for the, will not be expecting results of whatever kind that is. Say, suppose I am cooking. Oh, I'm cooking so hard. I need all the preparations. I need a part of all the preparations. I made such a wonderful cake. I want a big piece of that cake. The devotees will have these things, no? So what will do? They will say, oh, I have to keep a portion for myself, otherwise I will not get it at all. So I'll just keep some separate thing in hiding. Sometimes we do all this sincere service. So the thing is, expectations spoils the sincerity. So we should stop expecting. We should say, I am just cooking this for Krishna and for all the devotees. If Krishna decides to give something, he can give. If he doesn't want to, no problem. We are not worried. We don't want to. I am happy cooking all 56 chapan bhog item, everything, but happy with just taking some little bit of dal rice or khichdi or something, that is also good enough. This is the mood of a sincere devotee. And he should not be hankering, hey, I have cooked so much, why are you not giving me this? I am serving this temple for 28 years and nobody is giving me this thing, so on and so forth. All these things are upadhi. That is why in that shloka, so nicely it is written, no? I think it is Nectar of Devotion shloka. Sarva upadhi vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam shikena rishikesha sevanam bhaktir uchyate. That sarva upadhi. All the upadhis have to be thrown away, thrown out of the window. And this 28 years doing service, 29 years doing service, I have done this much service. These are all upadhis. Upadhi does not mean only some say I am the president, I am the director, I am this, I am that. That is not only upadhi. Even the fact that I have done this, anything where I gets attached to that, say so and so service, whatever, is a upadhi. So that is why Prabhupada is writing very importantly. The Lord will give proper direction as to how and where it has to be done. You just have to be happy doing that service. Krishna, I am doing the service for your pleasure. Please give me the direction so that I can please you to the best. There was no material desire in Narada, and yet just to increase his intense desire for the Lord, he was so advised. There's a beautiful line, this is actually. Because Prabhupada reveals a very important point here. What does that mean? In the two verses before, he was telling, no, one who is what is that? Abhipakva, Kashaya, Nam, Puyogina. Three things he said now. One who is immature, one who is having material dirts, and one who is incomplete in service, imperfect in service, Puyogi. They cannot take my darshan. But at the same time, Prabhupada is telling here something very important. What does he say? There was no material desire in Narada. So, that particular shloka is not meant for Narada Muni. Please note this point. While Krishna is telling this shloka to Narada Muni after disappearing from his vision, this particular shloka does not apply to Narad Muni. Why? You will see in the next 2-3 shlokas. He is generally saying this. One cannot continuously take darshan of the Lord because of these 3 things. Right? Take darshan of the Lord does not mean only standing in front of the deity in the temple or at home. This darshan of the Bhagavatam is also the darshan of the Lord only. Because Bhagavatam and Krishna are not different. So the longer or the more you are with Bhagavatam, whether reading it or applying it in your day-to-day life, that means you are continuously seeing, taking darshan of the Lord. Does that help? First understanding. So it's not that 24 hours a devotee is reading Bhagavatam. He is great. I am reading only half an hour. I am not able to read more than half an hour. No. If you read for half an hour and if you are applying that lesson that we learned for the next 23.5 hours, then we are with Bhagavatam for 24 hours. Application of Bhagavatam is non-different from reading Bhagavatam. Please understand this. And in fact, studying the Bhagavatam is completed, or the process of studying the Srimad Bhagavatam is completed properly, fulfilled properly when it is actually applied in our day-to-day life. What does that mean? If I am having a wrong notion about somebody, I should change it through the Bhagavatam principles. If suppose I am angry with somebody, or I am hurt with somebody, I'm envious of somebody. That mood, that feeling has to be changed by applying the principles of Bhagavatam. On the one hand, I will keep reading Bhagavatam. On the other hand, I will keep on getting angry or upset or lusty or greedy or envious of somebody and all that. Lusty for something, greedy to get more and more things, elated when something happens, disturbed when nothing happens. These kind of things, when it goes on one side Bhagavatam is going on, it means we are not applying it in our life. Narad Muni applied it. As soon as Krishna gave these 3-4 shlokas, he applied it. So in that shloka, this service is mentioned. Now, what is that service? It's not only the chanting and following the principles of following the instructions as per the instructions of the sages is a service, but accepting the Lord's instructions is also a service. Please understand this. Krishna is telling, in this lifetime you cannot see me anymore. Right? Yes, he was given this one point, very clear point is. Now, what will be the outcome of this in the devotee once he hears this? If the devotee is sincere, he will go on doing that same, doing the service. He will not say, oh, Krishna has told me that he is not going to give his darshan anymore to me. So there's no point in doing this devotional service. Let's just close it and go. That is not sincere devotee. You will go on with the service. Okay, Krishna has told me that. That's okay. But for me, whenever I am doing the service, I am seeing the Lord there. So when Krishna is telling that, you will not see me anymore. Okay, Krishna, thank you. You will not go and fight with him. How can you do this to me? Everything you are taken away. I have kept quiet. You are always doing this, etc., etc. No, that will not. Krishna will not be upset. If you are getting angry with Krishna, angry and upset with Krishna, it is not going to have any impact on him. It's only going to affect us. Right? So that is why the next shloka, Sat Sevaya Dirghayapi, 1623, he is telling this very nicely. By service of the absolute truth, even for a few days. If Krishna is telling you will not see me, okay, Krishna, thank you very much. Whenever you want to show me, you show me your darshan. I am not going to push you for this. But I will keep on doing my seva. I will keep on chanting. I will keep on doing studying Bhagavatam. I will keep on serving devotees, service, whatever that I need to do. I will do it. That is why he's telling, Krishna is next to sloka in this telling which sloka which we read last week. Even for a few days, if you serve Krishna, a devotee attains firm and fixed intelligence in me. Please read this line. It's a sequence. It's a nice sequence. First you do the service, then by doing the service, even for a few days, we get Jata Mayi Dridamati. Dridamati means Dridamati means very, very strong and firm and fixed intelligence. That intelligence will not change its conviction in whatever case it may be. That's the beauty of that intelligence. So Prabhupada many times said, once you become a devotee of Krishna, there is no going back. If you are really sincere devotee of Krishna, after that you will not go anywhere else. No other this person, that person, this place, that place, nothing. You just take the beats and just keep on chanting and moving on in your life. That's the whole thing. Right? So consequently, he goes on to become my associate in the transcendental world after giving up the present deplorable material worlds. So once he gives up once he leaves this material body, he will directly go back to Golok Vrindavan only. He will not come back again, provided he is doing the service sincerely, like how Prabhupada pointed out. And by that service, he attains firm and fixed intelligence in Krishna. If that intelligence is firm and fixed, is really completely fixed. There is no movement at all. Dridamati. So once that is done, that intelligence, he is saying, will not be destroyed by any amount of material disturbances or hurdles. This is the point. This is where he is coming to. This is the last words that Krishna is going to speak to Narada Muni. Please listen to this carefully. Now this shloka we will read 1623. Okay. So sorry, 24. This is a shloka we need to read for today. Anybody wants to chant this shloka and read the word to word meaning? 1624.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, ma'am.
Matirmayi nibadhyeyam na vipaddeta karhichit praja sarga nirodhepi smritischa mad anugrahat. Synonyms: Mati, intelligence, mind, devoted to me; Nibaddha, engaged; Iyam, this; Na, never; Vipaddeta, separate; Karhichit, at any time; Praja, living beings; Sarga, at the time of creation; Nirodhe, also at the time of annihilation; Api, even; Smriti, remembrance; Cha, and Mat, mind; Anugrahat, by the mercy of. Translation: Intelligence engaged in my devotion cannot be thwarted at any time, even at the time of creation as well as at the time of annihilation. Your remembrance will continue by my mercy.
So this is, no, before the purport, there is a couple of things which we have to see. Mayi means devoted to me. Here, Prabhupada writes very beautifully. Mati, that intelligence, devoted to me, and Nibaddeyam. Nibaddha means Baddha. Baddha means bound. See, the word, Sanskrit words are very beautiful. Baddha means bound. Bound means, what is that? Tatapi ekanta bhakteshu. Ekanta. Krishna is my only Lord. There is no other, okay, he is also God, he is also God. No, nothing like that. Krishna Eka Sharanam. That is called Nibaddha. And that intelligence will work only for Krishna. Not for 25% for my sense gratification, the 40% for this, 50% for that, for these people, that people. No, everything is only for Krishna. Now, does this mean that he will not serve his relatives or families or whatever? No, he will, but he will consider everything with Krishna in the center. If Krishna is pleased, then I will do. When you have a family, you have to take care of their education, you have to take care of their prasadam, that whatever their health and everything. Then they have to be settled in their job, marriage and all that. Everything has to be done. How can we ignore that and go? Or you have parents, then they have some health issues or they need some support or whatever, emotional support, whatever, you have to give. You cannot say that, no, I am going to the temple, I cannot do this for you. I cannot do this for you are Maya, you are sense gratification, you are not the one whom I should serve. That is foolishness. And instead, what one should do, one should actually do the service with Krishna in the center. In other words, when I am serving them with the mood that I am only an instrument and they are Krishna's part and parcel. So let me serve them in such a way that they can become Krishna conscious and they can also start serving Krishna. That is my service to them, that remind them of Krishna. How do you remind them of Krishna? By ourselves being engaged in Krishna consciousness. We can never say that, oh, I am serving my family for so long, but they are not Krishna conscious, they are doing their own things. No, what we have to do is we have to do our job. Our job means our service of remembering Krishna to our best ability. Whether the other person is getting inspired or not is something Krishna will inspire them as Paramatma. Please understand that. We cannot do, even if you hang upside down, we cannot make someone a devotee. We can inspire someone into devotional service only if it is in that person's bank balance, spiritual bank balance, and if Krishna wants to inspire them. So we don't think that, oh, he's just my son, she's just my daughter, we can easily make them into devotees. No. There can be any things that it can change to. Because they see us more than hearing us. So when they see us, they will say, we will do here, we'll do that. We will also do some little bit of Kijadi devotional service. Here's some sun gratification, there's some sun gratification, etc., etc. Then they will see through our consciousness. And Krishna will tell them that, okay, now he is not ready to inspire you. So this is how it happens in many families. And they say that, oh, my brother is not a devotee, this person is not devotee. What do you mean they are not devotees? It is our eyes that is creating this negative thing in us, that person is not a devotee, this person is not a devotee. They are seeing, they are appearing to us as devotee, as non-devotees, because we ourselves as non-devotees. We ourselves are not doing proper in service. We are not engaging our service in Krishna's for Krishna's pleasure. We want to control everybody. That person should become devotee. I am his father. Why is he not becoming devotee? I am my daughter. This is my daughter. I am her mother. How can they not become devotees? This is how the expectations get built. If we simply, as Prabhupada writes very nicely, if the sincere devotee goes on doing his sincere service, then the Lord will exactly reveal how it has to be done, where it has to be done. So when we are completely satisfied that, okay, I did my best, whatever I could try, I gave them. Later, after we depart, the children will get some inspiration. They will say that, oh, my father had done this. At that time, I did not realize it properly. Now I can come. Now I can realize it. Right? So it is not that in front of my eyes they should become devotees. That is again Maya. Why do you want to see someone doing devotional service in front of our eyes? Because I want to have this sense gratification, sense enjoyment. That see, I have made my daughter a devotee. I made a son a devotee. That is not Krishna wants, and Krishna will make sure that they will not exhibit their devotional symptom until we leave the body. Actually, they are devotees inside. Prabhupada says everybody is devotee inside, internal. It is just that we have to remove that outer covering to reveal their devotion to the outside. That's all. So that is why this nibaddhayam is a very beautiful word. Engage. This nibaddha means baddha. My intelligence is completely absorbed in serving Krishna in whatever way possible. Somebody is there, just going on the way. Little bit we can just give, would you like to take this prasadam? Or in many places they will ask for direction. Can we go there? Can we go to this temple, etc.? We just give them the direction. That is also service. And we help them by little bit of inspiration that you go there, it is a very nice place, etc. You just tell them, and then they become very happy. One experience you tell them, you show them, they're happy. That is the nibaddhayam. Our intelligence has to be firmly fixed and it cannot be thwarted by any thwarted at any time, even during annihilation or during creation or whatever the process may be. At that time, normally we lose our intelligence, which we had 10 years ago also, or 5 years ago also. But in this case, Krishna is assuring Narad Muni that you have done this service so beautifully to your spiritual masters by following the instructions strictly. You just keep on doing that service. Now I may not be visible to you, but I will very soon become visible to you when you follow the service properly. And the intelligence you apply in my service, that when you keep on doing the service, your intelligence will be firm and fixed. And that when that intelligence is firm and fixed, the devotion you do with that intelligence cannot be destroyed at any time. It will continue forever, even beyond the yuga's cycle goes on and on and on and on. Even if you cross multiple births across the yugas, also your intelligence, your remembrance of me will not be destroyed. What a beautiful benediction that Krishna is giving. That is why in the beginning, what looked like a curse or looked like a negative news for Narad Muni, that he will not be able to see him, he will not be able to see Krishna. At the end of the 24th verse, actually Krishna is giving the greatest blessing to Narad Muni. You see? And through him, he is giving the greatest blessing to us too. This 1 hour, 1.5, 1 hour, or whatever time that we are spending together in applying every line of this thing and trying to meditate on these words of Srila Prabhupada, this intelligence will not be thwarted by any amount of upheavals that is happening in this world or in our life. Please have a firm faith in this. So, when he says this, now you please read the purport, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Devotional service rendered to the personality of Godhead never goes in vain. Since the personality of Godhead is eternal, intelligence applied in his service or anything done in his relation is also permanent.
So you see, this line is so beautiful. Anything done for the pleasure of Krishna is permanent. Why? Because Krishna is permanent. See how simple and beautiful this logic is. You are doing some service to somebody, but that service is not full, always giving us pleasure. Why? Because that person is not eternal in that body. They will forget it. It's like today you will do some nice seva. Tomorrow they will forget it. And then day after tomorrow you will remind them. They will say, either they will say, oh yeah, thank you for reminding us. But if you remind them, keep on reminding them 10 times, they will get upset. Right? They will say, why you are so much after your own glorification, man? You did one thing, you did once. I told thank you for that. Why you keep on remembering it? Because people don't like to be under somebody or under somebody's dependence. Nobody likes to be dependent on anybody. No. And that is why if I keep on reminding somebody, hey, I brought you to Krishna consciousness. I gave you this on that day. I did this to you. I taught you how to study Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. Like this, if we keep on reminding people, they will feel that why this person is so much ego. They may not tell outside. They will say, oh, yes, Prabhuji, you are my Shiksha Guru. You are my Shiksha, you are my Guru Ma, you are Guru Pa, everything they will say. But the fact that we are so much after this Pratishta Asha, that I have made this person a devotee. I have made that person a devotee. This is so, we call it very lowly thought, no, very niche thought. So that is why Krishna doesn't like it when we keep putting this I everywhere. You just do the service, move on to the next service. Suppose you have to give a ride for somebody to go from one place to another. Give them, then move on. Tomorrow when come, don't worry about I gave you a ride, you didn't even thank me. These kind of things, small things also we start expecting our devotional service will go really bad. It will be very unpleasant both for ourselves and for others. You will be in the name of devotional service, you may do so many things, but actually people will get disturbed. People will get disturbed. And those people to whom we are pushing so much, when they don't listen to us, we also get disturbed. Right? This is what Krishna is trying to teach us through Narad Muni. Narad Muni did not disturb anybody. But he is telling something very, very important here. You first time I gave you darshan. Second time I did not give you darshan because I wanted to increase your hankering for it. Now you keep on doing. Don't worry whether I will give darshan or not. I told you first that this darshan you may not get. But I did not say you will not get. I told you these three disqualifications, whoever has it, they will not get. So that's the first point. Right. Next is, he is telling that now you please go on doing the service, apply your intelligence. If you simply do the service, apply your intelligence in my service, even for a little bit of time, it will become firm and fixed. That firm and fixed intelligence with which you do your devotional service to me more and more will not be destroyed or distracted by anyone at any time, even during creation or annihilation. And he told this and he left. This is the last verse he told. Right? So this is actually benediction. If you keep on doing the service, you will keep on remembering me. See, that is why he said, your remembrance will continue by my mercy. What is more important? What is more important? Seeing or remembering?
Remembering is more important.
Because when you see, you may or may not remember Krishna. But when you remember Krishna, you definitely see Krishna. Yes or no? Suppose I am standing in front of the deity in the temple. I am seeing Krishna, but my thoughts may be somewhere else. I may be talking about to some devotee. In front of deity only I will just stand and talking to somebody. Right? So I may see Krishna, but I may not remember Krishna. But when you remember Krishna, you are definitely seeing Krishna. Because through remembrance, automatically we are seeing. Isn't it? Like suppose I am not in the temple now. None of us are in the temple now. I don't know anyone else is in the temple and muted. That is switch off that video. That's a different thing. But even then, we are suppose assuming that all of you are listening. Now, you are not in front of the Lord. Now you can remember the Lord. When you remember the Lord, you are seeing the Lord. Correct? Suresh Prabhu, for example, are you in Bella or are you in Pune? Suresh Prabhu, you are there? Maybe engage in some service. Geeta Mataji is the one who is having video, so I can ask her. Mataji, you are not in front of the temple. You normally go to the Kunjibihari temple, right?
Yes.
So now, if I tell you, you automatically you can the form of Radha Kunjibihari comes to your mind, isn't it?
Yes.
Only once you have, even once you have seen the form can come to your mind. That is why Krishna gives a darshan once and say that you can remember me forever, because that form will keep on coming to your mind. The more you hanker for my form to see the form, the more you will come. The more you do the service, the more I will be pleased. Automatically the form will come. Now I am also not in front of the deities here or in the temple here or any of the temple. But I can remember, as soon as I remember Vrindavan, the form of Krishna Balram, Radha Shyam comes to our mind. Because you've seen the form. Correct. So remembering more important to see. By remembrance we are seeing. What is that, Suresh Prabhuji?
I'm at that farm, our Rajgarh, ISKCON Rajgarh.
You are in Vella.
Vella. It is today
Yeah, so
Pushpa
Radha Damodar, no?
Yeah.
So last year I remember we were doing Pushabhishek, Pushpanjali. I was there for that festival.
This year we are missing you.
When are you doing it?
Today it is Pushpabhishek, Prabhu.
Oh, is it today? See, Krishna has
Yeah.
made me remember that on exactly the same day. Unfortunately, I could not make it. I thought it would be in February.
With your voice, you are present here in Vella today.
Last year, I remember we had a nice Bhagavad discussion and we had a beautiful Pushabhishek also. So beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you. Please convey my pranams to all the devotees there.
Yeah. Today your class is flooded with nectar.
Sorry?
Your class is flooded with nectar.
Well, I don't know what nectar that is, but definitely it is Prabhupada is the one who supplies all the nectar. We are just in between dealers, That's all.
Yeah.
So let's read
Thank
this
you.
purport now. Let's read this purport. Prabhupada is adding some more nectar into this sweetness into this nectar. Please. Mataji.
In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said that such transcendental service rendered unto the personality of Godhead accumulates birth after birth, and when the devotee is fully matured, the total service counted together makes him eligible to enter into the association of the personality of Godhead.
See,
Such
the
a-
one point, Mataji, here, see. When the devotee is fully matured, see, first point, Prabhupada is giving beautiful encouragement to all of us that what he's telling is that in the what is that? Neha Vikramana Shosti. That's the word Prabhupada is putting here. Pratyavaya. It doesn't get destroyed at all. So it accumulates birth after birth. Means even in our past lives, whatever devotional service we did, that is what is bringing us to this point. Now, if you are reading or if you are enjoying and doing some seva now, that is a result of the accumulation of all the services you have done in the past. So service never goes waste. Please don't think that way. Right? Suppose I am going thinking that I will take darshan of the Lord. Before I go and take the darshan, they close close the door. Right? Don't think that, oh, it is a misfortune. It is my mistake that I might have committed some offense. That is why Krishna did not give me darshan. That is one way of looking at it, but actually that is not a very encouraging thing. Instead, while thinking like that, what we should do is we should hanker for that darshan more. Like we should not say that, Krishna is very cruel, he is not giving, then forget about it. No, not like that. You say that, oh, I somehow I could not get the darshan today. I should somehow or other next time I should make sure that I should come and take the darshan. Right? That hankering, to increase that hankering, only Krishna is closing the door. Many times you take it for granted. Oh, Radhavan, they open, they will be open till 7:30. He will be open till 7:20 or 7:30. You go there, something will happen, they will put some boga or something and they will be closed. I remember in Vrindavan, many times it happened that we will be assuming that we will go at this time and darshan will be there. Exactly at that time, darshan will be closed. And then what we'll have? You'll have so many other things along with the darshan. I want to go to Loi Bazaar, I have to buy this here, I have to buy that there. All those things will keep us adding thing, additional thing. So taking darshan of the Lord and all these other paraphernalia things that which are doing, of course, some of them may be genuinely for devotional service of the Lord. That is also good, but many times you may say, oh, I have to take prasadam, I will feel hungry. What if the Govindas is closed? All these kind of thoughts will be going in our mind when sometimes the devotion, the darshan takes a long time, right? But that is the time we have to, the more we hanker for the Lord, that hankering keeps adding to our pious credit, to our devotional credit. And that is when we take the darshan of the Lord next time, we feel even more pleasure. Krishna gives us that pleasure. We are not, pleasure is not our creation, it is Krishna's best benediction upon us. Okay, last time I deliberately closed myself by not giving you darshan, but you didn't mind it, and still you came all the way to take my darshan once again. And for that austerity and for that sincerity, I am giving you that pleasure of seeing me more beautiful. Right? So we will have, when we see the Lord, we will get more pleasure. Many times when you go to, say, Dwarka, Vrindavan, any of our dhams, wherever we go, we feel happy to take somebody along with us and make them smaranti nandanti tavaihi tam janaha, isn't it? So we enjoy when others are taking darshan. So what happened this time, like end of December, when we went to Vrindavan with a few of our God siblings, they came all the way from US, so they come once a year for a few days only to Vrindavan. So they can't have the pleasure of taking darshan of our deities, no Goswami temples, so easily. But they do all their austerity, they come and do their austerity and take darshan. But then again, they can't come 3-4 times and all in a year. So they just came for 1 or 2 days only. And I took a couple of them to give darshan, I mean, to take them to the darshan. Because we know in Radharamandal temple and all, how the crowd will be a little bit more this thing, right? So they keep, it was the end of the year, the crowd was too much. So to facilitate somehow or other, we kind of pushed this thing, help them get through that big crowd and have darshan. So when I was trying to tell them that this is a pillar, so go to this side and take more better darshan like that, and all I was telling them, they were very happy. And this Mataji is a American bodied she is, and very humble and service minded. So I was trying to help her through that security. I told the security that she has come from America, so please give her a little more time for darshan. She was not here for it. He said, before even you told, I know she's from Singh, so don't worry. So after that, I was thinking that she should get more darshan. But what she did, one young boy, small boy, not even up to table height, just he's a young boy, 6-7 years old. With that crowd, with all the mobiles and everything, he was not able to take darshan. And his mother was not able to lift him and show him Radharaman darshan. She was a little strong, so she lifted that boy and showed him darshan. And that boy was very, very happy having the darshan, and she was happy doing that service to him. And I was standing and amazed at normally when you come only for a day or two, you want to take maximum darshan. But while she took nice darshan, the more pleasure she got was when she showed that boy darshan of Radharaman. And I learned a big lesson that day. That, it's not that only we should be looking for darshan, we should help others also take darshan. In that crowd, people were shouting and screaming at each other, why are you pushing me, this, that, etc. But she was very calm and quiet. She said, I just want to have nice darshan. Krishna has given me darshan. I want to help others also. Even if you get some little prasadam, you are distributing it to as many people as possible. This is the sincere devotee, one who goes on with the sincere service of the Lord. And such service will be recorded by Krishna in his account. It will not be destroyed. It will be recorded, so that in the future our bhav will get more and more and more fine tuned. Let's read further. No, sorry, this fully matured. I was trying to tell about this. This is the thing that Krishna is telling about maturity, right? When the doors are closed, we don't feel upset. Hey, I didn't get this opportunity, or this, that, etc. That is, we say, Krishna will give me more chance. That is maturity. Or I have to improve my devotional service. I have to intensify my eagerness to see Krishna, to take darshan of Krishna, to serve Krishna more and more. That is a first level of maturity. Next time, like I told you about this Mataji, American devotee, that when you get the darshan, you help others also get the darshan, and you be happy to see them pleased and satisfied. That is the point of maturity. So the maturity, as we keep increasing our maturity by giving others the opportunity to relish Krishna in their life, to experience Krishna, the pleasure of Krishna in their life, then that is the real maturity. That is the real time when our devotion gets mature. See? That's when we will go around and do all the other services and let others sit and take darshan of the Abhishek, Pushpanjali, or whatever other things. So that is a fully matured. And please continue that line, Mataji. When the devotee is fully matured.
Yes, Prabhuji. When the devotee is fully matured, the total service counted together makes him eligible to enter into the association of the personality of God.
Now this total service counted together. All these services counted together. When we are say, suppose we don't get a chance to take darshan of the Lord, door is closed. That is one. At that time, what is our mood? That is one part. Then be grateful to Krishna, like how Narada Muni is grateful to Krishna when he told that I cannot give my darshan to you anymore. Why? Because even though you cannot give me the darshan, you spoke to me. Your speaking is not different from your seeing you. Just like I told you, remembrance is not different from seeing Krishna. By remembrance, we can see Krishna. Right? Same way, by hearing Krishna, we can remember Krishna and we can see Krishna. Isn't it? Through the hearing, through the sound vibration of the Lord, we can see Krishna. So that is why at the end of this whole thing, next two shlokas will reveal to us the golden principle of devotional service. That is, seeing Krishna and hearing Krishna are one and the same. By hearing Krishna, by listening to Krishna, by hearing Krishna's transcendental sound vibration, in that sound vibration, we can see him. So that is a point is going to come to. Let's complete this purpose.
Such accumulation of God's service is never vanquished, but increases till fully matured.
But such accumulation of God's service is a very important point here. The mood with which the mood with which we are doing the service is also a service. Please understand this. The feeling which we have on Krishna, or the gratitude which we have for Krishna, or the humility that we develop as a result of doing that service to Krishna, or the friendliness which we develop with the devotees due to that service to Krishna, they are all service. Because I am helping the others remember Krishna, I am helping the others gain more taste for Krishna's service through that quality, right? Any service that helps other inspired to do the service is a real service. You please did you get that statement? Any service which inspires others to do more service, myself to do more service and others also to do more service, that is the actual service. If through that service, if I am getting too much of I am the doer thoughts and my ahankar is building up, that is not service at all. Or any service that I am doing, appreciating somebody, that is also service. But if that appreciation is done with an ulterior motive, that if I appreciate that person, tomorrow he will help me, tomorrow I will get some benefit out of him, some such kind of ulterior motive, that is not service, because expectation is there. Does that help? Little bit of more understanding of the mood of service. The service itself begins with this one most important quality, two most important qualities. One is, I am not at all qualified, somehow or other Krishna has sent a guru or so and so, this Vaishnava has given me this service. That mood should be there. Second mood is, I am so grateful to Krishna and Guru or this, say whichever devotee who gives the service. For that, we should be great. Humility and gratitude. These two things define our sincerity in that service. Sincerity in doing that service. Okay, any questions, comments, realizations?
Hare Krishna Guruji. So this is very hope giving, whatever you mentioned today, that whatever we do, even if it is a failure, if it is a failed attempt, it's still counted because we have made an attempt to render some service to Krishna. So sometimes I have this tendency of, let's say that I'm passing through a temple and passing near the temple, and maybe now the darshan will not be open now, so let me not go there. So we try to skip it because in the fear of not being successful. But whatever is there, little bit, we should go and offer our respect. So and everything is counted, that you mentioned, that every attempt, every effort is counted. So it's very, very hope giving. Thank you, Prabhupada.
Yes, yes. When we make these plans, like even before going to the Dham, if you make this plan that I have to go there morning, I have to do chanting, then I have to go to this temple and spend some time there. Like that, when we have some whatever what do you call we can get rid of the sense gratification. See, 7, 15, 22. That's the best shloka. 22 to 25. Actually, there are 4 shlokas are there. They reveal something very, very beautiful. We have discussed this sometime in the past, but good to recollect this. 7, 15, 22. If you read only the first line, I don't want you to read everything. Just the first line, Asankalpa Jayat Kamam. If you see that, by making plans with determination, one should give up lusty desires for sense gratification. Beautiful line. By making plans with determination, one should give up lusty desires for sense gratification. What does this mean? Seven, 15, 22. Sankalpa Jayet Kam. Through Sankalpa, we have to win over the desire, lusty desires. That Sankalpa is what Prabhupada translated beautifully by making plans with determination. Like you said, oh, now the temple will not be open. I have to go and do shopping. I have to also take darshan of the Lord. So when the temple is closed, at that time, let me do the shopping. And then maybe whatever little other things that I have to do, I will complete it. So that when the darshan opens, at that time I should be in the temple. I should not be thinking about all the other things. My focus should be more on service to Krishna. Right? So that is what making plan with determination. And suppose suddenly something happens, some phone call comes, and they say, "No, you please come urgently. You come. We cannot, we cannot wait for this thing." Then we'll say, "Oh my God, I'm Krishna. I made plan to take your darshan, but suddenly this unexpected things have come. So what should I do?" Then, if that is something which is very unavoidable, something say child is not keeping well or whatever, which you have to give first priority, you have to give to that. Then we sincerely pray to Krishna that Krishna, sorry, I sincerely made a plan to take your darshan, but it doesn't look like today I can do. But please give me an opportunity to see you tomorrow or at a later point very soon, sooner than later. So we sincerely offer our prayers to Krishna and do our seva. Krishna will watch us. Krishna will see that, okay, you did not go for sense gratification. You went for doing your responsibility. No? Krishna knows the difference between responsibility and sense gratification. Right? Someone else may say, see, this person is not even interested in darshan. He is always busy after taking care of his family. But that is someone's concoction. But Krishna will not be upset with that. The best example is Pundalik, isn't it? In Pandharpur, when Pundalik was serving his father and mother, Krishna came all the way from Dwarka and he gave just a brick to him for him to stand. He said, I am completing my service. Once I finish my service, only I can come and serve you. But Pandurang Vittal Bhagwan, he was even now he's waiting. So what does that mean? He knows the sincerity of Pundalik. He knows that he was not doing for sense gratification. He was not too much in love with his father and mother that he didn't care for me. Like that, he never thought. He, in fact, liked the service even more. That is why he's standing there. And this makes us as an indication that, see, I am not so much worried about you serving me. I am more worried about you serving others as a service to me. You are doing that service because if you leave he feels the parents and comes to serve Krishna, who will take care of the parents? You cannot employ someone else, some servant, and say, you please take care of my parents. I have to go for a preaching service. How will Krishna be happy with it? Right? At least sometime we should go and see. It's not that I've given money to this center, they will take care of my parents. All I have to do is just keep sending money. and parents will be taken care by these people. How many ever thousands of people come to serve the parents? The parents will feel that fulfillment only if if their children serve them. Even if 10 rupees the child gives, the parent will be happy. Others will give lakhs and lakhs of rupees. That will not be equal to this 10 rupees that the parent child gives, right? So this is what making plans with determination means. Kundalik made plans with determination. He made a plan. His plan was that, Krishna, you please wait until I complete. I know it will be hot there, so I'm throwing this brick. You please stand on this brick. Wait. So Krishna took that as well. So the point is that Krishna knows whether you are doing some service as out of responsibility or out of self-gratification. He knows. And that is why he will count our mood accordingly. Right? Thank you so much, Anusaki Mataji, for bringing that point from your side. Really appreciate it. Where do you stay in Bangalore, by the way? Near the airport or closer to the city?
Who, Prabhuji?
Prabhuji, that question was asked by Geeta Mataji.
No. Question. No. I'm asking you, Anusaki Mataji.
I am staying near airport, Prabhuji.
Oh, you went up to airport. Okay.
Yeah. Prabhuji, I have
Sorry, Baby.
in text in Part-92, Prabhupada has written this sincere word twice. Is there any significance that the sincere devotee should go on with sincere service? It could have been written the devotee should go on with sincere service because sincere service is important. Or it could be the sincere devotee should go on with service because if the devotee is sincere, he will anyhow do sincere service. So any
So that the
significance
double that is a double affirmation actually. So I think while reading that line, I told in the when I was saying just a little while before that the devotee should be sincere and the service also should be a sincere service. In other words, suppose the devotee is sincere, but he out of innocence he may be engaged in some service which is harmful to others. He will not know, isn't it? Right? So if the devotee is sincere, then he will ensure that the service that he is doing also, that is why the intelligence has to be applied on Saki Mataji. Devotees don't do service without thinking. That is why Krishna says, Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam. Krishna given intelligence. Right? With that intelligence, you will also think about what is the impact. Whether I am doing it with proper consciousness or not, proper mood or not. How will the people who are getting, see, suppose I am singing Kirtan. People will enjoy the musical talent in it. Is that the purpose of that service? You understand? What they will do, they will enjoy the music, but they will not enjoy the sound vibration of holy name. You see the difference?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Many times I hear devotees doing wonderful kirtan, amazing kirtan, so sweet to hear, but you cannot repeat because they will be so musically expert that they will go here, there, etc. You will just be sitting and think because 99% of the people don't know how to sing in those ragas and all. You may be very expert in the raga. You may be able to offer this as a good thing, but kirtan means everybody should follow. Prabhupada always said, do simple tune which everybody can follow. Right? So what happens? The devotees who are hearing, right? They may be innocent. They are sincere devotees, but they will not be able to do the service. So you are doing a service. You may be very sincere in singing, right? But the service when you are doing, if you are doing it in such a way that it's only your musical talent is getting exposed and it is covering the the sound vibration, the power of the sound vibration, potential of the sound vibration, then that service, how can you call that as a sincere service? Tell me.
Okay, so it means it is taking the opportunity from the people to sing along.
Yeah, you give that opportunity for others to sing, not just Prabhu, you sang so sweet, so beautifully, Prabhu. It is very nice to hear. That is not the purpose. The purpose is you also, everybody should sing. So if my bhav, not only the tune, if my bhav is also one of, I will show how talented I am. I want to sing with all my talents that I have. In subtle way it will be there. I'm not telling they will have come in a gross way. It will be in a very subtle way. And then that will affect our service also. So it's not only that the devotee has to be sincere, but the service also has to be a sincere service. The proper mood and the proper service also should be done. Right? So many times when we are sincere as a devotee, without thinking, sometimes we may, out of ignorance, we may not do a sincere service, or out of say some other external factors like the self gratification and all that, others glorifying us and so on. Well, my service may get disturbed. So both has to be in a sincere mood. That's the whole. That's why Prabhupada is using that twice for sincere.
Thank you, Prabhuji. If one line has so much detailing.
So much, yeah. And Prabhupada is thinking and writing these things. That's why if you have to squeeze our brain to understand. A very nice question. The fact that you're asking this question is because you are intelligent. Krishna is inspired your intelligence to ask. Why Prabhupada is writing two sincere here? Only one sincere is enough. Right? I also had the same question when I was reading. The sincere devotee should go on with the sincere service of the Lord. How nice Prabhupada is writing these words. When he is writing these words, remember, he was still in Vrindavan. He was still in Radha Damodar temple writing his Bhagavatam. Nothing was revealed to him or unveiled to him that he will go to the West and whole worldwide movement will start. Nothing was revealed to him. But he was sincerely writing. He's saying, I am doing this as service to my Guru Maharaj. He instructed me to do this. I'm just doing it. How this will create an impact, I don't know. But whatever it is up to them. My job is only to do this service. Right? So that bhav should be that. I am serving Krishna. So that is the service becomes sincere when my bhav becomes one of seva bhav, right? I want to please. Seva bhav means I want to please. Seva bhav does not mean service mode only. Always wanting to do service. No. Why you want to do service? Because you want to please Krishna. That is a underlying point behind that sincere service. The whole idea is to please Krishna. That is when our service becomes sincere. Right? Any other questions, comments, realizations? Sulakshana Mataji has joined from Baroda. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Mataji. You said you had a list of questions, but we keep meeting, but very, very briefly, and I don't get to hear your questions at all.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranam. Sorry, Prabhu. Today also I am in the temple actually.
Baroda temple?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, nice. This month end you are in Baroda or going to Abu Dhabi?
Prabhu, once in 3 months I go to Abu Dhabi. Currently, it's like that.
Now this
Prabhuji
month
is
end?
No, Prabhu. I am going in February, around 15th February.
Okay. I may come to Baroda, Krishna willing, so I may
Sure,
come.
Prabhu. Sure, Prabhu.
See you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Keep
Prabhu.
keep your questions ready. We'll have a
Yes,
discussion this time.
sure, Prabhu. Thank you,
Prabhuji,
Prabhu.
when are you going
Yes.
to Baroda? My Prabhuji is also going this weekend. Next weekend, I mean.
Next weekend, I may go around that time. That's the time I have to go because 28th is my Guru Maharaj Tirobhav in Rajkot. So I have not booked any tickets or anything. I will have to find something in Tatkal only. So in case if I go to Rajkot, before Rajkot, I may stop over in Baroda or on the way back from Rajkot.
Okay,
So,
okay. He might be going on Friday, Saturday. It's 2
and
days.
till when he'll be there?
2 days, Prabhuji, in Baroda. I
Oh,
said
then
him to stay in temple only if it's possible. So he said, yeah, I will try.
I'm not sure if I will be, but Friday means Saturday, Sunday will be there, no?
Yeah.
Is he flying?
No, Friday also will be there. Because Friday, Saturday will be working and Sunday he'll be back.
Oh, he's going to Baroda for work.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, so he's working in Baroda. That's nice. So one more devotee family, Sulakshana Mataji, when you are there. Right. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice to see you all. Sorry. Anand Saki Mataji is my friend from Infosys long back, and now she is in Bangalore with her Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I heard he is working in Baroda, so once in a while he will come to Baroda. So that's nice. So Anand Saki Mataji, if he needs any help with prasadam and all, you can have a couple of families like Sulakshana Mataji there. My godson, one of my god family is there also. Let me know. They will arrange. They'll do the needful.
Sure, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Most welcome to all devotees in Baroda.
Okay, so we'll stop here. Krishna willing, we'll continue. See how next week goes. It's a long weekend, but still we'll plan something out. Thank you so much. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Antapati Vaishnava Datti Janata Gopamanande, Hari Hari Bol Vancha Kalpatarabhyascha Kasanjavacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha, Antapati Vaishnava ki jai. Thank you so much, Prabhu Mataji. We will see you all soon. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Nam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Dandavas. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you.